Well, just hours ago, the suspected Gilgo Beach serial killer appeared in a Long Island courtroom. Rex Heuermann, who was arrested in July, has pleaded not guilty. He is accused of killing at least 3 women. But he is also the prime suspect in the death of a 4th victim, all of the victims known collectively as the Gilgo Four. The sister of Maureen Brainerd Barnes in court this morning, sitting just a few feet away from Heuermann. To make their case, police are using DNA linked between a slice of pizza from Heuermann's Manhattan office and a male hair from the bottom of a burlap sack used to wrap one of the victims' bodies. That's in addition to hair found on 2 of the victims, which they say belongs to Heuermann's wife. All right, so joining us now, Sara Azari, criminal trial attorney, NewsNation legal analyst, and host of the podcast, The Presumption. Sara, great to see you again. Today was really a quick appearance, but what was your biggest takeaway from what happened today in court?
Well, I think I expected this, Nichole. There is massive amount of discovery. We know there's DNA, there's digital discovery, phone records, there's video from searches that were conducted, and that there's going to be more coming. I mean, that what I heard was there's 2 terabytes of discovery that the defense has to go through. Heuermann only gets a limited amount of time to go through discovery, and while he's detained, I think it's about 2 hours daily or something. So this case, I mean, the investigation's ongoing, the discovery's ongoing, and the defense has to then do its own homework by independently evaluating that discovery. The second takeaway for me was with respect to the guns. What I learned today is that those guns are going to a licensed dealer. They are not being asked to be returned to the home where presumably some of the crimes that may have occurred. And so I would want those guns back. If they have no evidentiary value, then let the family at least sell them and be able to live.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even think about the guns, Sara, but certainly the massive amount of information really stood out to me as well. I know there's so much that Heuermann's legal team really has to review, but is it normal for a defendant to also review that? I mean, because he confirmed to the judge today that he is spending, 2 or 3 hours each day reviewing that information.
Absolutely. And, whenever we take a plea, the defendant is asked, have you had an opportunity to look at the evidence? Are you doing this knowingly? It's one thing if I look at evidence that's presented to me from my client, but there's nothing like a client himself looking at the evidence. He might not understand everything or the legal ramifications of certain pieces of evidence. That's my job to educate the client. But he certainly has a right and should review what the evidence is against him. I mean, this is a very serious case.
Right, and especially with so much writing on what happens. So, Sara, what type of defense is his team likely working on? And then is that likely to change after the next court date, as you said, when prosecutors are going to be giving even more discovery to the defense team?
Yeah, I think it's too early to determine his defense, although I can say that I don't want to in any way diminish this investigation. I'm very impressed by it. It's pretty extensive. There's overwhelming evidence, but every case has its holes, and we look for those holes. We try to dismantle the case. We've got DNA. DNA is pretty, solid science, but even DNA has problems. The other issue is there are no eyewitnesses that place him near the victims or near the crime scenes. And so I think that as this digital and forensic and DNA evidence comes in, and the defense has an opportunity to hire independent experts to go through it, that's where we kind of see where the defense lies. But we have to remember that an added charge might be coming, and that just would mean even more evidence.
Right, even more evidence. There's still so much left to find out here. Sara Azari, certainly appreciate your time today. Thank you.
Thanks, Nichole.
And be sure to check out The Presumption with Sara Azari and Jim Griffin. You'll hear in-depth analysis of not only the riveting criminal cases that make headlines, but also those that should make headlines. It is available wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.